About 2 months ago, my freezer just quit cooling. It's a Hotpoint 5.1 cubic feet. It's a chest type freezer, and I was able to get it back up and running with $11 part in about 10 minutes of my time. Keep watching this video to find out how. So I put a little light on the subject, not only so I can see, but so you can see as I describe this. Now, the first thing I did when I had this problem was I took this side cover off, as you just seen, and I plugged it back up, and I heard this compressor like trying to come on, but after so many seconds it would just click. I heard it click, and so I instantly knew it went out on thermal overload. Now, they put thermal overloads usually inside these compressors like on your air conditioner, and many times they're external right here on the can, and that is the case on this one. So when I heard this run and I heard it click, I could rule out the thermostat. I knew the thermostat was closed, which means it was allowing voltage to pass through the thermostat over to the compressor. That doesn't mean the thermostat is working properly. It just means it is allowing this compressor to run. So I ruled that out. And this is such a basic unit. There's not much to it. There's no condensing fan. There is a condenser, and there is an evaporator, a compressor, a start relay, and that. So it's very easy to diagnose. So the first thing I went into was right here. Let me remove this cover. It's going to take a couple of hands. It's a little aggravating. You got a clip here and a clip on the other side that you got to press in to get this off. So I use this pick right here, little straight pick, and I pushed in right here and pulled back, and it released it, and I was able to take this other pick and get around to the back side and push that in. So now that we got this slid out of our way, we can grab the relay itself and just kind of pull it off of the terminals on the compressor. Might have to kind of walk it back and forth. Okay, here we go. So here it is right here. This is the one that I replaced the old one with. And the first thing you do if you run into this is take a picture of where these wires are going. The black is on this terminal. The white is over here on this terminal. So here's the original relay that I removed that failed on me. I wanted to take it apart so I could show you how this thing works. First off, this is your thermal overload. That is your common right here. The thermal overload, even inside of a compressor, if it had one, would be at the common. It does have some bimetal in here that will pop open the circuit. So that is a moving part, but there is no contact in here like the old school relays that had the coil. It does not have that. This is all solid. In here is what makes it function. This is a PTC thermistor, and the way it works is when it's cold, just like it is now, it will allow voltage to pass through. So it allows voltage to pass through the start side of this, the start, sending voltage to the start winding, and plus you're getting voltage to your run winding at the same time. That's what cranks your compressor, kick starts it, gets it going. And just as fast as it takes it to get it going, this thing has already heated up to the point to where it's created a lot of resistance, and voltage can no longer feed the start winding. Because if it did, it would end up burning that start winding out. It's not designed to run the entire time, just applies enough voltage just to kick start it, get it going. But voltage is being applied to this the whole time the thermostat is calling for cool. If the thermostat is closed, allowing voltage to go through it, voltage is being applied to this, and it's keeping it hot during that entire cycle. Now, once the thermostat cycles this unit off, it allows time for this to cool down in between cycles. It takes roughly 4 to 5 minutes for this to cool down. Once it does, whenever it starts back up, it allows voltage to go into your start winding all over again. It repeats this over and over and over every day, every month, until it finally fails, and that's what happened here. So 4 years is how long that one lasts. I don't know what the typical lifespan is, but I went ahead and bought 2 of these. When I ordered the replacement, I went ahead and ordered a second one, because if I had to replace it every 4 years, it's still way worth doing. This is only $11 on Amazon. I will leave a link if you have a freezer like this, and I'd recommend getting 2 of them, because I'm telling you, I've had freezers last me 20 plus years. If that compressor doesn't go out, then it's plenty worth replacing that, or even the thermostat if it goes out. All right, so I got everything put back together, compressor's running, and it's dropping back in temperature. I would highly recommend one of these thermometers if you don't have one. That's what alerted me that there was a problem, and that prevented me from losing all kind of meat that was in this freezer at the time. These are inexpensive. I think I paid probably no more than $25, and you can set the alert to go off whatever temperature you like. I've got this one set to go off at 30 degrees, which is still below freezing, but warmer than what it should be in a freezer like this. So at 30 degrees, my food is still frozen. That gives me time to react and do something to save the food and look into what the problem is. Also, this is magnetic, and I normally leave it right here on the front or on the side. I'll have a link in the description box where I got this one from Amazon. So for $11 and about 10 minutes of my time, I was able to get my freezer right back to freezing just as good as it ever has. Sure beats buying a new one. Thanks for watching.